Hey guys, this is Kerry Martell, the RPG fanatic. Here I am maining Duchess in a random group, and I've got a build that is a caster build. I've got Golden Vow here, and we're taking on the final boss. And again, this is random pug. This isn't voice chat or anything. This is just what the team was. And people try to tell me, oh, Duchess doesn't do magic. Duchess doesn't use magic, guys. Oh, blah, 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 blah. She's just a melee fighter, blah, 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 blah. Well, here I am using Duchess the way the developers intended. And oh my god, it looks like it's fucking working, isn't it? Jeez, isn't that amazing? Caster build Duchess is a real thing? Oh my god. Now, of course, this isn't even like the best spell to be using with her. Of course not. But it is a holy spell, and it's a pretty decent one. It's the Rings of Light, and as you can tell, it's working pretty damn well against him. So, of course, I'm not the only one in the party. Other people have holy too, but you can clearly see that the damage that Duchess was doing with spells was pretty good. And again, I've got Golden Vow to buff myself as well as my other party members. Now we're in the second phase, which we got to pretty fast because of the high rate of DPS. And Duchess, you'll see me doing a lot of support here, because that's what Duchess is. She's a support caster class. Yes, she has abilities to do melee. However, the primary reason that she has that is because she can trigger a restage, a reduced restage, but a restage nonetheless. And it's not just her own damage that gets restaged, it's the restage of party members. And of course she needs to use her dagger to regenerate FP, because unlike Recluse, she doesn't have an ability to recover FP directly. So she has to use items, and she has to use recover FP on hit items in order to do that. That's the type of class that she is. She's kind of a magic rogue, basically. A magic knife, psi knife. There's a lot of different names that they're called, but you get the picture here. And as long as I was able to do the magic, I was doing pretty well. Now, unfortunately with my rolls, I have the FP on hit only with this katana. So I've got to get close enough to be able to do that, which is a little bit difficult to do on this boss because he likes to spam a lot of fucking AoE everywhere. However, you'll see that I'm using her to primarily take the boss attention at times, and then when I can recover FP, I can hit him and stagger him, along with my party members hitting him with the holy damage. And then whenever restage is up, I hit that as well. And of course, when I can get the invis up, that basically drops the threat, lets us take free hits on the boss without him specifically targeting us. The enemies still do their attack movements, but they just do it in a random direction. So unless you're not paying attention, you'll get hit. And of course, two of us went down because, again, Duchess is a glass cannon, and she gets hit, she goes down, and she's got a great dodge that can help her really stay up in a lot of situations that other people wouldn't be able to. But it's, this is actually my first time fighting the final boss of the game using Duchess. So, all things considered, I think that we're doing pretty well because we will clear this. And you can see that the damage really goes down a lot when I'm not here to constantly bat him with holy attacks at range. Now the archer, of course, has holy on his bow as well, but spells do more damage in general. Another thing that Duchess is really good about with her fast hits is that she can resurrect people really quickly, because it seems to go mostly by hit instead of by damage in general. And spells even can target it and wake it up, but I've had a real hard time using certain AoE spells like the Stone Digger spells, which do a ton of damage but don't seem to actually resurrect anybody. At least I've not been able to get it to do that. In any case, some general thoughts on a build for her. She does have higher intelligence than Faith, However, you know, it's still a B rating in faith. So if you use relics that increase her magic damage, it will also increase the prayers as well as intelligence. If you can get specific schools, like if I could get fundamentalist improvement, that would make the Rings of Light even more damaging. In general, the schools increase the damage more than the more general flat ones. The improved spell school ones are about 14% increases in the damage. So try to get those. But anyway, of course, we're having a little bit of a hard time here. It is a random pug. It's hard to communicate with people. I mean, it's basically impossible to communicate other than by marking and just, you know, indicating things. But I accidentally used the wrong ability there. Here, we're almost done here. And you can see again, Duchess is a glass cannon. If I hit, you know, get hit with those things, she's very likely to die. But she's got a pretty good dodge. Oh man. Oh, I missed his Azure. Now he's coming at me a little bit. Now he's directing out to the archer. But you can get the gist of it, right? As long as I was able to keep hitting with magic, I was doing quite a bit of damage. Now we're starting to struggle because, you know, we're struggling because I wasn't able to keep unloading damage with the spells. So if you can get a better little bit of a build on her going to unleash the damage, you'll do pretty well. And again, Rings of Light wasn't even like the greatest of spells. I wish I could have gotten access to some of the more higher damage holy spells. This fight would have been a lot shorter. But clear the fight we do. The Wilder pulls it off in a pinch, and there we go. So anyway, again, this is not like the best, absolute best build for caster for Duchess, but it was something I put together in a pinch, and it worked along with the builds of the other party members. So hope you guys enjoy this video, and see you in the next one.